So we're going to start with your reading. This video is going to have a pick a card ending, so an interactive one where if this message has resonated with you, then please feel free to stay to the end and see if you can uncover any more emotions or energies that may be relevant to your story. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading. And yeah, so let's begin. Okay, I'd rather take the one that jumps, but we'll have a little look. Chamomile, yarrow, okay. So protection, calmness, and abundance. But the one that did jump is lavender. Mother Earth lifts the weight when feeling suffocated, wipes the tears when they fall. That's a lovely message. Good old Mother Earth. She always knows how to nurture us when we're feeling a little bit down. So I'm pretty sure most of you know what lavender smells like. I do inhale it just to help me tune into the message, but it also acts as a vibrational remedy for you as well. So if you do feel you want to receive, then do so. You can even like or subscribe as a way to energetically attach to the video or to the energy. We're going to start with an oracle card just to get an overall message for the reading. I am feeling this energy as kind of like, you know, we've kind of been submerged. I don't know, have you been doing it tough, Capricorn? What's happening with Capricorn? What message do we have for Capricorn? Transformation. Bottom of the deck, overcoming obstacles. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you're going through a transformation, Capricorn. Definitely feels like you are ready to step out of your current energy. It's like you have really kind of had to rise from the ashes. If you've been kind of overcoming a story that you've not even been sure how to release yourself, or you know, you've been probably trying to throw solutions at a problem for a while, almost like trying to pull that sword out, but you, for the lack of trying, you're just not being able to do it. But it seems like you might be getting there, and part of the way forward looks like it's going to be about maybe even letting the tears fall, like almost in that surrender mode, you know. Sometimes all of our solutions can arrive when we've almost given up the race, or we feel we've given up the race, but that's really just the part where intuition really kicks in. It's like that a final adrenaline rush to clarity. It's like that, yeah, you've really been through it for sure. This is a release and receive message. So I'm going to get a couple of cards on what energy it is that you need to release, and then a couple of cards on what you're probably going to be receiving or looking to receive. Just to give you some clues, signposts along the way to kind of watch out for. I always like to say, think tarot like a friend that you're looking for advice for on some of your story, but like all of us, we can sometimes accept or reject our friends' advice, and I kind of use that same philosophy for tarot. It's going to just throw some random information your way, some energies, and see how it fits with you. Yeah, look, Ten of Swords. This is what you're releasing, Capricorn. Ooh. Yeah, look, World card, bottom of the deck. So you're definitely completing a cycle here, and it's been tough because you've got Ten of Swords here and Five of Cups. So you're definitely releasing past disappointments. You've got to the point where you're kind of done. You feel like you literally feel like you have you've reached capacity of where you've been able to kind of pull this sword out of the rock. It's like that final sword. You've had to complete this cycle, so you are releasing all this anxiety and this tension and disappointments, and you've kind of been, whatever solutions you have been coming up with, you've kind of just seen them not really respond. It's like you're ready to walk away from anything that you know so far, and that's exactly the doorway into opening up in intuition and higher guidance, because this is like the rising of the phoenix. This is an energy where it's destined anyway. So it's where the ego steps out of the way, intuition steps in and has the solution for you, because it's already been divinely written, and our ego's just got in the way of trying to kind of fudge the numbers or kick the can down the road. But you're definitely completing a cycle. It's yeah, you've had a lot of yeah, look, she's even blindfolded by indecision and procrastination, or not even sure what the right decisions are. Can't even see new options around her, but she's definitely closing that cycle. It's been a long road, but you're getting there, Capricorn. So that looks like good news. Let's see what you're receiving in terms of what this obstacle is. And this is, yeah, this is pretty big stuff. This is something you've probably been battling for a while. It's definitely been emotional, maybe even mental anxiety. Definitely not sure. Maybe not even feeling supported by others around you, you know. Or maybe you've been carrying the burden for others as well. So let's see what Capricorn is receiving. What is Capricorn receiving? What did I tell you? Oh, wow. Okay, so the High Priestess. Just move some of these cards out of the way. And you've got the Chariot. These are two major arcanas, Capricorn. So you are going to be receiving that higher guidance. You're going to find the solution out of all of this, because this has, like I said before, it's divinely timed. It's divinely written. You've got the Chariot card. So now, instead of pulling in different directions, especially with the Two of Swords that we saw earlier, and all of these options that haven't worked out in the past, it's like all of your horses are going to be charging in the right direction now, a divine destined destination. Oh, this is really exciting. It's so powerful. You've got at the bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. So yeah, you're learning to harness all of these energies. You're learning to find the balance in this story. You're going to get your equilibrium back. It's not going to be so downward spiral now. It's definitely going to be a forward motion, a united front, yeah, you're definitely going to be leading from your solar plexus, your power center. You're going to have the wisdom that this guidance is showing you. It's nudging you forward. It's like you're ground to go. You're going to know how to do this. You're going to know how to overcome anything. So you're going to be in like a good flow state, Capricorn, it seems. Let me just see what the sabotage is between. Maybe there's like a block or a blind spot that we might just need to get deeper awareness on how to release. So, oops, straight away, protection. There's that Two of Swords again. It's all sword energy. Bottom of the deck, unseen. So, yeah, you've got 10 of Swords. You've got the Two of Swords. You had Swords of Indecision underneath here. Yeah, so Capricorn, protection. It's either you feel you need to protect the story or others' story, or or you're needing protection. Yeah, you're like wanting to protect. So you've probably been taking all this weight on, feeling suffocated, not sure how to solve problems. It may be a few other people in your life that this is affecting. You're feeling the burden, the responsibility, having to do it yourself. But this is also saying that you kind of are protected. You've got your intuition on your side, and you've got destiny, and you are protected. You have a line of protection here, that united front. So just have a think about how you might be, how this mental energy has been playing out for you. What's your thought patterns? What's been blocking you in terms of letting go of all of this heavy energy and receiving your I guess your karma, your good karma, because the wheels are turning. I know this is not the Wheel of Fortune card, but this is what it feels like. It feels like with the World card at the bottom of the deck, and you're just overcoming obstacles. It's like this is your next chapter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some, this is going to be the pick a card option. Actually, before we move on to that, I'm actually just going to get some clarification on the protection, just to see if there's any action to take in this, or if it's just merely awareness that's useful right now. But let's just get, see if we can get any more messages. Because the energy seems to be about surrendering. The lavender oil, let me just inhale again, Mother Earth. It's like kind of letting go, going into Mother Nature, maybe with the elements. You've got air elements, you've got water elements, you've got fire elements. So yeah, maybe earth element. Yeah, where is the earth element? I mean, we've got it at the bottom of the deck here, but maybe it is about going into nature just to get that clarity that you need. But let's see if we can get some remedies around the sabotage program. Can we get any clarity on protection for Capricorn? There's your earth energy. So you got the Five of Cups again, you got the King of Swords. So yeah, it's like maybe you've felt you've lost control of maybe something in the material world. Like maybe it's your finances, maybe it's a relationship, and it has led to some past like disappointments and things like that. And it's but you've got the sword energy, so instead of having your thoughts control you, it's like an invitation to control your own thoughts and to manifest what your inner voice is saying, what Mother Earth is saying. Go into nature, find the synchronicities, find the wisdom, find the advice. It's always around us. And I definitely feel that call is that you are being called. You've got some wand energy here. So more fire elements. So yeah, and it's a new beginning, a divine spark. You just need to you tap into your inner knowing and cull those thoughts, cull them down, because they haven't been useful right now. I think you're going to do that anyway, just by the universe stepping in. But if you can get ahead of the curve and just remind yourself that our thoughts are very powerful and they can manifest many things. And just to protect your energy and keep yourself in a bubble of energy that you want to cultivate, instead of letting all this interference separate your energy. You know, you want to, like even with this Chariot card, like when you bring in the higher guidance, your energy beams out like, you know, like laser beams. So it's, instead of it being fragmented. Okay, so I'm going to do the pick a card readings. They're actually acupressure cards. So it just gives us an opportunity to get the metaphysical emotion and the physical elements together. but obviously I'm not a medical doctor and this is not a medical diagnosis. But if you'd like to pick a card with like a physical remedy, it is metaphysical though, just to highlight again. They're just the energy body, and they're just points that we can rub or just help energy flow. So we're really just moving the chi around the body to rebalance it, to turn the lights back on, so that because when we do become a bit fragmented, or our energy bubble just gets a bit perforated, doing simple techniques like this can just remind the subconscious and the energy body what it is that it's trying to strive towards. So it just gives it a bit of a shunt in the right direction. So I'm going to do 3 cards and then just see which card is drawn towards yourself, and these will be time stamped. Okay, so I'm not actually going to shuffle the cards. I'm actually going to split the deck just so that they don't jump over. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. And guys, this is a new channel, so I would really love your support. So if you feel you've even got to this level of the message and you feel like you're resonating, I'd really love your support. So if you would like to leave me a comment and let me know anything that's maybe shown up for you, it also helps me know that I'm reading the energies right and that it is resonating for you. So yeah, pile number 1, let's begin. The heart, neurolymphatic system. I'm actually going to put I'm going to insert a picture so that you can see these points close up. So again, this is the heart meridian. It all talks to us about, you know, compassion for ourselves, for others, but it's also about what's your heart saying opposed to your head, or something that needs to be revealed. And I feel like it's tuning into all this sword energy, right? You're kind of been leading with your head, and you might have got yourself into a bit of a state, and that's why you're getting so depleted and so drained and so ready to give up. And so it's another invitation to invite this intuition in, this higher guidance, and that usually kind of lead with the heart and see what it is that needs to be revealed. So these are points that you can rub. So just 2 neutral fingers, so 2 fingers on either side of the sternum. Don't be too hung up on getting the right spot. It really is just about, you know, the law of deficiency will take place. So just rub those points, even if they're a bit tender. That just kind of highlights that there may be a little bit of an energy blockage. And then maybe just take on board what some of the messaging here that has resonated with you has something to show you. I'm actually going to close it out with a final message. This just gives the human mind something to anchor into. You know, it's just another tool to help bring in the power of our own belief and the power of our own mind that us humans have not always been trained to know, but we are getting there. So intuition and energy is gold, is key. So, but the monkey mind needs a little job to do, so that's why I like to give some sort of remedy. Okay, can Capricorn pile 1 have a final message? Whoa. I deserve the best and I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good, and I claim my good. Oh my God, this is perfect message, right? So it's really about, it's a good affirmation for yourself to, you know, maybe you are working with, you know, your mind a lot at the moment, your thoughts and your words and your emotions have been kind of taking a bit of a beating too. And so it's just another reminder that, especially if this is a financial issue that's been happening, that this sabotage is, or this kind of energy, this story for you has created some sort of relationship or financial fallout, then this would be a great message for you to maybe do in parallel or in conjunction with rubbing these points, is to maybe just take a screenshot of the video and rub those points on a, you know, a daily basis or a couple of times a day, so that you can bring your birthright in, that you deserve good and that you claim it now, because that's what your intuition is trying to tell you. And that's what this Chariot here is telling you as well. It's like you're controlling the reins of all of these, your life story. So you get to be the master of your own destiny. And it is about harnessing good mental energy and the emotional body as well. They need to be aligned. So pile one, I hope that's helped. And yeah, see you next time. Hi pile two. So your remedy is kidney. This is actually a neurovascular point, so that means we've kind of short-circuited ourselves a little bit, so we're probably a bit overwhelmed. This has probably been going on a little bit, and the kidney energy talks to us about our identity, how we see ourselves, how others see us, how we see ourselves in our own story, and are you feeling a bit criticized, maybe by yourself or by others? Because this is heavy energy. I would imagine that the self-talk has been tough. You know, the emotional toll that it would have taken on you. You wouldn't be human without having maybe kind of fallen into low self-esteem or self-doubt or criticism, you know. So this is just going to give you a moment to boost some energy back into that kidney meridian and to remind yourself that so basically just pop your hand at the back of your head, just above the base, and just hold that for like 60 or 90 seconds, and even close your eyes, and maybe even imagine that it is maybe someone else's hand on your head, maybe like tap into that Mother Earth energy, you know, where someone wants to wipe your tears away. But you know, knowing that you're your own support system as well, so that you can do it too. And maybe breathe into that, because that's heavy energy when we've criticized ourselves or blamed ourselves. Yeah. Have more compassion, I guess, as well, you know, like if you've got to 10 of Swords energy, you've literally thrown every solution you know possible to the story. So it's definitely a 10 out of 10 for effort. So that is actually something to kind of pat you on the back of your head, actually, to say good job. But it's also, on the other side of it, is to let yourself off the hook a bit and to surrender and calm that self down, you know, calm all of those emotions and take that moment to be to go into your inner guidance. Okay, I'm going to get a final message from you, for you, pile 2, just to close out the reading. You can do that a couple of times a day, you know, just anytime that you're even in the office or at home or wherever, just pop your hand on the back of your head and know that you're tuning into the messages from this reading that you felt you resonated with. Okay, can pile 2 for Capricorn have a final message? I swear to God, like seriously, I couldn't pick better cards. I surrender, not that I picked them, but what I'm saying is I couldn't have manufactured this. I surrender my desires and I know the universe has my back. So again, a reminder to surrender and that to know that the universe has your back, because it does. So sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. Yeah. Inspired action. You know, we might hear that a lot, but that's really what it means, is when you're pushing in the right direction, or no, I'm going to take that word back, not pushing. When you are in flow, you don't get depleted or anxious or drained or disappointed. It's energy that actually you could probably go for days and days and days on. So when something feels fatiguing or really hard or you can't solve, best thing to do, take a nap, or, you know, really just surrender to it. Just don't think about it, because it's like pushing that cork underwater, right? You really just want it to float. The cork will float. And that's kind of the energy you want to be harnessing. So that's all I have for you, pile 2. And yeah, see you next time. Okay, hi, pile 3. So you have small intestine. So the small intestine talks to us about nourishment, and energetically or metaphysically, that's really what we're talking about here. We're not talking about your physical organ and how maybe you don't have the nutrition that you need. It's about what is it that's in the story that you haven't been able to digest, or are you nurturing yourself? Where is it that you're putting good energy into this situation? What is it that you can't digest that you should be nurturing? What should be nourishing that it's not? There will be little clues in this. You know, you don't get to this kind of energy without little clues of this energy. It's almost like a premiere of a movie or a trailer. There's always these clues that we just only see glimmers of in this energy, but they're always there calling us forward. So there is a part of the story that needs to be nourished, but that you haven't been doing it, or you've overlooked it. That's what I'm kind of seeing here. So if you do want to take on the physical remedy, see there's 2 points here just under the rib cage. On the knife's edge of your hand, if you just kind of rub them, they might even feel tender. You know, there's a lot of anxiety that we hold in the stomach area or the digestive system. So if it is a little bit painful, like a little bit of pain is okay. It's just tenderness. I wouldn't call it pain, actually. It's more of a tenderness. So if you just want to rub it and just move some of that energy out. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. So please, you know, that's the disclaimer. But this is just acupressure points. This is a meridian system. And so you want to kind of maybe give that energy a bit of a boost. I'm actually going to close this out with a final message. And see if we can, yeah. Final message for pile 3. I release all fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I am loved and I am safe. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. Yeah, and you know, I don't know if I even need to say anymore. And actually, all piles, they had such pertinent messages. So this is hard energy, but you are completing the cycle. So let's not forget, and there is a new beginning that's happening. And this is being repeated all through the message. But it's not wrong to say that you would have created quite a resistance to some of this stuff if you've got to this point. And so now it is time to surrender and, you know, let go of the fear and the doubt, and just find those glimmering moments to nourish yourself through it. Maybe even, you know, pat yourself on the back for the miles that you have traveled here. And yeah, I hope this has helped. And yeah, thank you, Capricorn, and see you next time. You know